It's the Scotty Ray Report, reliable, fast, and true. Headlines, weather, local news, he brings it all to you. From the courthouse to the back roads, he don't miss a thing. Traffic, storms, communities, on top of everything. Bringing you the news you need at home or on your drive. Listen in, it's Scotty Ray time.
Yeah, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Yeah, we'll get to them in just a minute there. 39 as you're getting your day, and 75 for the high. So dramatic change in weather. Short sleeve shirts are going to be the fashion today.
I'm glad because I wore both my long sleeve shirts.
You don't carry many there.
And this is one of my favorite shirts, or it used to be, and now I guess I done wore the collars out of it.
That's your Auburn shirt, isn't it?
No, this is orange.
No, that's Auburn. I had people in the audience telling me that.
We go hotty toddy. Or the new thing now is Hobby Lobby.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're doing that really? Or are you just joking?
No. That's people who hate the Ole Miss haters, the real team haters.
Okay. Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, they just says, whatever that Hobby Lobby y'all yell. They're just sad.
Bless it. We're just thankful to have a football at Mississippi State.
Y'all got cowbells.
We got cowbells. We just hadn't won with them in
forever. Do they
forever.
ring still?
Yeah, mine's sitting right there in front of us there. It makes a lot of racket when need be.
Well, that's a special one. That's to honor.
That's old Dylan Ray where he got his degree.
Dr. Dylan Ray Boyd.
He's up there now at Mississippi State. So if you head up there, he'll teach you a little something.
You can learn something from him.
Yeah.
He's smart. How you think all this got put together?
Because we sure don't know how. If it breaks, he's the first person we call. Help. Yesterday, tragedy, but a silver lining in Texas. An Amtrak train was struck, 100 people on board, involving an 18-wheeler, and minor scratches for anybody.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, normally when something like that goes down, it's a mess. So you take those wins when you can get them, and that was a good one. By now you've heard of this National Counterterrorism Director Joe, what's his last name?
Kent.
Resigning because he disagreed with the war. He's got troubles this morning. You don't leak information before you leave. They tend to want to come get you and charge you, and so, there's a new probe going into this.
Well, I ought to fall up under this treason, is what I think. So, I mean, there's sometimes when you accept a job, there's things that you don't say.
Correct.
You don't let out. Look at Dan Bonagino. He's got his talk show back. As of now, I haven't heard him say anything. Of course, I don't watch a whole lot of him. But I'm sure he's got a lot of people asking a lot of questions, and he's saying, I can't tell you that.
No, I'm sure he had to sign a confidentiality act. But, even when he was in the position, Dan was very, very quiet. I don't think he should have ever taken the job. It was,
I don't either, because it kind of turned me against him.
Yeah, because he was
politics went.
Yeah, how do you? Because he didn't do what he on this side said he wanted to do.
That's right.
And once he got there, he was just okay. Yeah, I watched the video. Yeah, nothing to see here. But it went out, Dan.
He's been under investigation. Terry, is that this Joe fella? Been under investigation for a while?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But there's so much goes on behind.
It sounded like it.
As you know, you think of the local politics, and there's always something going on locally. Well, it gets a little bit worse by the time you make it to Jackson. And then if you really want to stir it up and make it worse, go on to Washington. If they ain't got something on you, they'll make it up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's the scary part is getting good people to run in politics because of what will happen to you. A good person can be destroyed over something that they didn't mean anything by.
All right, well, take a normal, everyday person and have them run through the ringer like Donald Trump.
He couldn't take it.
How many people could actually financially defend themselves like he did?
Right.
And now that it's being proved that everything he said that he was being sued for was true, that they were trying to hide it. And now he's going back going, hey, that $19 million I spent on attorney fees?
You got to pay it.
You got to pay me back.
And it's had he not been as strong as he is, he couldn't have made it through that. Here's something. I'm not going to get into what he said or how he said it, but just to show you how the world is. Jokingly, of course, I don't watch NASCAR anymore. Let me find out what his name is, and be careful how you word this, because I'm not going to go there. A guy named Daniel Dye. He used a voice. He changed his voice while on the radio during the race, and I guess you could call it poking fun at somebody. They've suspended him over it. Seriously. And then he apologized. It was a joke. Just roll on. But we get our feelings hurt a lot in America, or certain.
I wonder, did he pull over and have a safety lap where he just sat there?
I don't know.
Can I get in my safe space?
Dirt track is about the only thing left in the racing world.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it'll be you can't bump a car or something like that. And I don't know. They've taken what's the word I'm looking for?
Rubbing is racing.
They've taken the manliness out of the sport. You can't be too manly and be in a race anymore.
Well, I mean, Kyle Busch got his butt whooped the other day.
Well, I whooped? What'd he do?
Yeah,
he say something
He got
ugly?
mad because somebody bumped him, so he went over there and started yelling at the wrong one.
And ooh, careful.
That's Crybaby Kyle is good at doing that pretty regular throughout the year.
I don't know him anymore. Now, I brought up something a minute ago, and let me find here. Has anybody ever heard of Afroman? And I'm being serious about Afroman. Let me give you the story of Afroman. Afroman lives in Ohio. He was accused by the sheriff's department of having drugs and kidnapping somebody. So he has a gate to his house, and him and his wife are in bed one night, and the sheriff's department busts through his front gate with their truck, tear it all up. They ram his house, tear it. And what they didn't count on was Afroman had a camera in just about every room in his house. They destroy his house. I mean, front door, the whole thing ripped off the wall. They didn't find anything. They didn't find any drugs. They didn't find anybody that was kidnapped in his house. He was falsely accused. Whoever their, what do you call it, CI, that gives them information.
Yeah, the confidential informant there.
Yeah, but probably lied. So he goes, look, guys, you tore up my house. I want you to pay for it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay for his house after they tore it up. So he did. The only thing that he knew how to do was take the video footage that he had and start putting it out on the sheriff's department online. And it got to be such a hit that he started making songs out of this. And the sheriff's department got their feelings hurt. And 7 of them that was a part of this raid sued Afroman for using their pictures in his videos on YouTube and on Instagram for $300 and maybe it was $34 million, and they were going to split. Afroman didn't have probably anything like that, but they sued him. So it finally went to court yesterday. Now, he redone, right before the trial started, the Battle Hymn of Republic video, put on a red, white, and blue. And let me just show you Daily Mail. This is Afroman. Here's a picture of Afroman. That's what he looks like. It was $3.9 million they sued him for.
That's what he sued the police for. And
No, he won. They had sued him for $3.9 million, and they were not awarded the $3.9 million. And there was one of them that was on the stage. She started crying that it had hurt her reputation, and then he had nicknamed one of them Pound Cake, one of the sheriff's departments, and he was on there whining about it, and the judge goes, how do you think you got to be called Pound Cake? Well, there was a pound cake on the counter. Let me see if there's a picture of it here.
Oh.
It's somewhere there's a picture. Here it is. There's the pound cake right here.
Yeah.
And he circles the pound cake while they're doing the raid. I mean, staring at it like he wants a piece of it. So during the song, he talks about, I knew you want a piece of my pound cake. And he called them all out by names. And they let it get the best of them to where they sued the man. And it really makes them look horrible after they lost in court for picking on this guy that they tore his house up.
You know, somebody got upset because there was somebody on the sidewalk, which is public property.
Here's his suit.
And
y'all watch the video to this. Just go to YouTube and type in Afroman and listen to it.
So they sued him. Well, this guy got mad because somebody was on the sidewalk, which is public property, filming his business and everything else.
That happened.
He came out there and he was upset because he was filming. He had the right to film. He was on public property.
Correct.
Well, this guy had a right to film and copy his music because it was inside his house.
And he just pointed out who they were, and there was a bunch of them that had things that went on in their personal lives that he pointed out in his videos.
Oh.
And they didn't like it. And
So
they
he
said,
opened up their closet.
yes, sir. Now, if he countersues now for his attorney fees, we'll see. But he's a hit, and he's making money off of YouTube now from all of his little songs. And let me tell you,
Good job.
He's a rapper, and it's not really that great of a singer, but it's funny.
But he's a good rapper.
Yeah, it's funny.
And
Pound cake is the best part of it all, because he circles that pound cake, staring at it with that gun as he goes by. He goes, "I know you want a piece. Go ahead, cut you."
save the pound cake.
So, if you hear the term Afroman somewhere today, that's what that's all about nationwide. How you feeling?
I'm going to
about
have to go look at that.
All right.
I want to.
More on the way this morning as we get this day underway. We've got some special guests that are going to tell you some things that you ought to know there.
Some important stuff.
Yes, sir, Bob. Y'all hang on. We'll be right back. Odie's going to adjust his Auburn shirt. If your car needs any kind of maintenance, see our friends at Eastgate Tire Service in Meridian, Mississippi. They've been doing this for over 35 years. It started out with Matthew's dad, and they're still doing business today. That's tires, oil changes, brakes, shocks, AC work. If you need an alignment, they've got that as well. You'll find them there in Meridian. Drop in today. See them at Eastgate Tire Service, 601-482-1432 on Dale Drive.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi. They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If you track
Welcome back, and we're getting word, and I guess they're right. Afroman is from Mississippi originally.
Yeah.
Hattiesburg.
Yeah. So, he probably, you're going to raid my house, and I'm going to use this video that I own. So,
Yeah, he says all my footage. There was nothing they could really do there. And that's the way. If somebody, I understand him, because how many times have we heard about that? Somebody getting the wrong address and they go in and tear a house to pieces, and then it's never put back right. You don't do that.
Yeah. No. And then you're going over a confidential informant's word.
Yeah. Did you have actual evidence?
Yeah. What kind of proof did you take them to say, hey, this is what's going on?
But 7 people of a police department getting together and thinking it's a great idea to sue somebody.
And now it's really going to come out in court.
Can you imagine that sheriff's department today, how it is on the streets? They go, ooh, they're going to be picked on from one. That administration is virtually over.
Central Pound Cake, too. Central. You know they're going to call him Pound Cake on the radio from now on. Yeah.
I'd do it if I could.
I mean, we've got Dr. Bubbles in our fire department.
Who's Dr. Bubbles and what did he do?
So, we have foam, and it's a very high concentration foam that we use to put on fires. It puts it out good. You got to be careful when you fill the truck, because if you still got some in there, it really bubbles like a. Have you ever put dishwashing soap in a dishwasher?
No, I try to let Angie do that at all times.
Suds just boil out. Well, by the time he started filling this truck up, half of our fire department was about 3 foot deep in bubbles. And he said, what do we do? I said, just keep filling the truck now, nothing else. And then we washed the station out. It hadn't been that clean in a while. So he got the name Dr. Bubbles.
So you fool with a lot of dishwashers, huh?
I have.
Hey, I'm being honest on this. It's just simple to wash the dish than it is to fill that thing up and try to figure out how to turn it.
Well,
just
Amy gets mad at me because I wash the dishes
and then put them
in the dishwasher.
kind of defeat the purpose. I agree with her.
Well, now they're sterilized, and I just do a quick hour wash.
Odie's thoughts. What do y'all think? Do you wash your dishes twice?
No, but I do rinse gunk off before.
Do you use the dishwasher
Yeah.
much? What do you put in there? Liquid or a little tablet
No,
thing?
the tabs.
Tabs.
It's time you move on to the 20th century there.
I got a quick
Odd
work.
things.
I did have to buy a brand new dishwasher.
Yeah, they don't last very long anymore.
Well, this one got.
Y'all want to know why?
26
Because nothing's
years.
made in America.
This last one was 26 years, and I thought about repairing it, and I said, no, I'm
appliances
good.
last like they used to.
You know, we've been in our house, I don't know, 10 years, and we've had to replace ours already. It quit. And not to mention the thing that's in the bottom of the sink that goes, cuts up stuff. I think we replaced it 4 times. What do you call that thing?
Yeah, the disposal.
Yeah, it's died over and over and over. I'm telling you.
Probably just hadn't been
here's the
used.
bad one. You remember what the most expensive refrigerator me and my wife have ever owned in our life? When we built our house, we bought one of them brand new fancy things, and it would even close the door when it come through. It had the easy latch thing.
Yeah.
Quit.
So you had to buy a new one.
Yeah. We didn't go that fancy no more. We got the stripped down model.
You know, I don't want all our friends to get upset that do this for
Did
a
y'all don't
living,
have a
but-
refrigerator?
Oh, we got it. We got 2. We got a small one, a big one, and
Yeah.
a medium. But on that disposal, if you don't use it, it'll freeze up. But on the very bottom of that is an Allen wrench.
Okay.
And if you stick your Allen wrench in there and move it a couple times, and then get you a half a lemon, squeeze it down in there, throw the whole lemon down in there, throw you some ice cubes down in there with a couple of drops of soap, cut that dude on, and run a little bit of water, you'll have no more problems out of it for a while.
Either Odie has watched a lot of YouTube or he's really bored at night. Now, y'all decide.
A lot of problems with the disposal.
Lemon. Where do you get this lemon
Well,
thing
it's the
from?
acid in the lemon.
What about WD-40? Wouldn't that fix it?
But good.
Okay.
It's
But not
the-
as
The
good.
ice breaks up all those little.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go have a lemon meeting somewhere. Y'all like my lemonheads.
Well, you're the one having to buy multiple disposals.
I am. You just quit.
You gotta do maintenance.
Got to do maintenance on it.
I try to avoid that area if all possible.
The maintenance.
Preventive
part.
No, the sink itself. Because there's real work over there, y'all, with them dish rags. I don't like to be near it. So what are y'all ladies out doing today?
Well, we are here to talk about honoring our donors. We are both transplant recipients.
Really?
We are.
And it does save lives, does it not?
It absolutely does.
It does. We would not be here.
That's right.
So that's this is Sue Owen. This is my preacher's wife. So
Oh,
I'll
I
give
know.
her an extra blessing. And
Yes.
Donna Palazzi.
Palazzi.
Palazzi. I'll get some of those.
Well, I'm glad you had to say it.
And yeah, so this is something that I haven't personally experienced, except for experiencing it through you,
Right.
And what you went through and all. And so I know a lot of people don't really think about this, and this is something that y'all want to get out to the public. You know, the importance of organ donation.
Being a donor.
Being a donor, right? And most people, it's like anything else. You don't think about it till it affects you, till you've had to experience it. But
Let me ask this: is it more than, because it's brought up a lot of times? Is it anything more than just signing the back of your driver's license, or do you have to go somewhere and actually sign a piece of paper before that?
you can do it when you get your driver's license or get it renewed. You can do it there. You can also go, to a website online to Donate Life Mississippi to register there, and now even through the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Game, when you get your a hunting and fishing
Yeah.
license, you can also do it then as well.
If you have my chart, you can do it through my chart.
Right.
Oh, that's the thing. The hospital's text.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a
But,
lot of
and you
avenues
don't
for
really think
registration.
about this, but there are people that have never seen that you could help do that you would bring sight to America. It's
Right.
There's a lot can
Well,
be done.
it's, organ, tissue, and eye. A lot of it brings sight to people. For tissues are a good example for skin grafts for burn patients, hearts for valves for children. I mean, there's all sorts of things. But Donna and I both are organ recipients. I received a liver on October the 8th, 2022, and Donna.
October 9th. 2022.
Oh, wow.
Both of you livers?
No,
No, I'm lung. I have a single lung, and I got my transplant at Duke, and she got hers.
I was at University Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson.
And that's giving you life, has it not?
Absolutely. Like she said, neither one of us would be here.
So how long did you have to wait on the donor list before you were able to receive one? Because a lot goes
Transplant.
into it. It's got to match you, and it's got
Right
to be
blood
a fit
type
and all
and-
that. So how long did y'all have to wait? And then what is a typical wait period for someone who's having to wait?
It's according to the center. At Duke, you don't wait as long. It's usually within 15 days. Mine was 9. But you have to get in what they call the window. They want you to be sick enough but well enough to survive the transplant, because it's rough. You know, when you think about transplant, you're going from a terminal illness to a managed illness. So, you know, it's you have a lot of protocols you have to follow, and that's one thing they look at before they give you the transplant. They give you a full mental and physical evaluation, because it's both.
Oh, I can imagine that would be.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting thinking, what's the next step here to do if somebody wants to thought about it and find out? Maybe you need to talk to somebody about this, because it's a big step there. Who would you talk to?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be educated about it, as far as whether you're, if you're looking to be a donor. You can go to Donate Life Mississippi website. They've got lots of information. Call and talk to somebody. Talk to a physician who can get some information for you. But, you know, there's a lot of myths out there. I'd say don't pay attention to that. Get educated and make decisions for yourselves. And then from the transplant world, if, you know, someone's got a chronic illness that gets them to that point to where they're looking at needing, you know, their heart's failing, their lungs are failing, their liver's failing, they can get in touch with whatever transplant centers. There's multiple centers, and it depends on what your organ of need is as well. It's like the wait times are different based upon the organ, maybe the center, as she was talking about. I was actually on the list officially for 5 weeks when I received my transplant.
That's wonderful.
But, you know, leading up to that, before you actually got on the actual waiting list, was many months, like 18 months prior to that.
Before you were added.
Right. So it depends upon the situation. Each case is different. It's like we call ourselves sisters in transplant, because there's a lot of commonality between us, but yet each person is individual. Even based on if somebody else had a liver, it's still very different.
Well, I've learned a lot about that.
We've had a few. Shirley said she had no idea her son was a donor.
And that's right. I remember that, Shirley.
And then Sandra, her sister died in a car accident, and she was a donor. And that's great. And this is something that people may not think about themselves needing, but being able to save multiple lives.
This man is
It's your
8
loss.
lives.
And I want to say Shirley went on to visit somebody who had received something from Port, if I'm not mistaken. I think she got to meet them later. And it's touching to
Oh, yeah.
to see that someone
We
that
would
you
love-
loved helped someone else.
Right.
I would love to know my donor.
Yeah,
You know.
but you just don't.
Well,
You don't.
you have an opportunity to write a letter, and they have to be open to contact you.
Right.
And you have to be open to, not every person who receives a transplant wants to hear. Because, you know, it's some people deal with a lot of guilt, you know, receiving, you know, knowing that somebody else has died, you know, and so not all transplant people want to be contacted, but we both would love to.
Oh.
And I know a friend of mine, Bobby Martin, is a heart and kidney transplant, and he has had the opportunity to meet his donor.
Life changing
Wow.
without a
Yeah.
doubt there. So if you'd like to know more about that, there's ways to do that. And we appreciate y'all telling us about this. Maybe
Well,
it'll
we
help
are-
out.
We would definitely want to talk about our honoring service that we plan on having.
And when is that?
April the 11th at 7 p.m., College Park Methodist Church on Highway 19 in the courtyard. It's just it was going to be a simple but hopefully very reverent ceremony to honor our donors. Even though we may not know who our donors are, we want to recognize that selfless gift that they gave and their families. So we want to invite any transplant recipients that maybe want to come and join us, as well as maybe donor families that, like she mentioned, knowing having a son that was a donor, or we would welcome them as well.
The date and time again of that?
April the 11th, 7 p.m. Saturday.
College Park, you can't miss it. That's going to be
Right there, the old Pumpkin Patch Church. We now do the 24-hour Bible reading marathon right there on Highway 19.
sits across from Mississippi State. You have to
Right
really
across
look
the
for it
Mississippi
because of the
State.
hill. It kind
Yeah.
of blends in when you're
Yep.
coming into town, but it's there.
It's there. Come by and join us.
Yeah.
They put up with me.
Yeah. Bless them. Thank y'all so much for coming in and talking with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Helps
for
out a
having
lot
us.
there. Already, 7:27. We got a lot more to talk
Ooh,
about.
moving on.
We had some gunfire in Meridian yesterday. We're going to tell you all about that in just a second.
Yeah, our system went out at the worst possible time, so we called environment masters, and the technician came out pretty quickly, did a lot of troubleshooting. He explained to me what the issue was, and it turned out it was an easy fix, and they had us up pretty quickly.
Our technicians don't just pass a test and then go to work. We have continuous on-site training both on equipment and customer care. Our senior technicians each have decades of experience and are always available. There's literally nothing that our team hasn't seen, so you can trust we know what we're doing. That's hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Spring is here, grass is growing, and your mower? Yeah, it's still not ready. Don't fight it another season. Head to Parrish Tractor for our Kubota Zero Turn spring deals. Right now, you can get into a new Kubota Zero Turn Z232 KW 42 mower for just $5,299 or as low as $125 a month. More than a tractor store.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as your built-in, are conveniently located. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. As I was driving around, I couldn't help but notice the big police presence.
So you followed me.
I did. 33rd
go.
Avenue. Looked like they were having a picnic without me at first. Then I realized, something's gone on here. Odie, there was somewhere between 11 to a dozen shell casings in a row. And I say that jokingly because no one was hurt, thank goodness, on this. But this could have been differently as we pull this up. This is, again, right off 20th Street, 19th and 33rd Avenue. Let me show you what we're looking at here. If you'll see all of that, let me pause this. That is shell casings. Each one of them represents a shell that was fired. That ended up even being more than that as they kept placing the placards as they found them. And let's hit play again here where you can see here. As we pan to the left here in just a second, I think I panned here. The home that was struck is right there to the left. Now, that's right when I first pulled up, so it's going to be on the live. But a house was shot multiple times. As it began, the people inside the home hit the deck. They were okay and not injured. And again, this was not one of these things in the middle of the night. This was 12:30ish, right around 12:30 yesterday.
Middle of the day.
Yeah, lunchtime that this happened, and it was a drive-by shooting, is what it was. Now, do I understand this? No. Was this a warning? Was this just to show you what could happen? Maybe they meant to do more, but the house was struck. I watched them. They were counting and circling where the house was struck. So it was hit multiple times yesterday during this activity. Again, it ended up okay, but it still did happen yesterday. Kind of scary, is it not?
Well, I've said it before on here. There's 12 casings. That means there was 12 bullets that were expelled. So in my eyes, it ought to be 12 counts of attempted murder.
Yeah, because it could have.
Plain and simple. And then
Truly.
they are held to that and serve their time. Now, you stop it.
As we move to our next case, this happens more times than I report because it's very hard to track. And what I'm talking about is car burglaries. It's a lot of them. Local motels get hit by these folks that try this. We had a case not long ago where somebody was tased that was attempting to break into a car, and it was stopped, halted, which I think was great.
Yeah.
It stopped it. This time they got away with it. And we pull up this map to give you an idea. This is Confederate Drive. This is Old Country Club. You know where Commercial Bank is on Highway 39? Mm-hmm. If you were to take a right and come up to the stop sign there, you're sitting at Confederate, or you can take a right and go to Meridian, or left, and it takes you back to 39. This would happen right in there on Lake Cove Drive, where a window was broke out of a car and something was taken. Someone left something in the car, and it may have been probably more than just one car that was gotten into, but we do know one for sure that happened yesterday.
Yeah, they're not going to usually stop at one.
No, it is get as much as you can while you're in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Typically, it's by someone dropped off at a stop sign and someone's waiting down the street for them. If you see stuff like that, report it, because that's up to no good. And check your cameras. If you live in that neighborhood and you happen to have a picture of whoever it was, send it to us. We'll be glad to show it to everybody.
Yeah, nobody has to know. It can be sent in.
Yeah.
And, will remain anonymous.
Correct.
Just get that information so they can look, even if it was a car passing by. If you've got a car type, tag, any of that could help find out who was doing this.
And let me say this: anybody that sends anything, you are 100% anonymous here. I had someone give me some stuff not long ago, and they didn't want their name told, so we didn't tell it. I had another person that was demanding I give them, and I wouldn't, and I'm not to no one. If you ask to remain anonymous, it's the buck stops with me. It's not going any further. It's not going to get out who you are. If you want to help the community, feel free to send it to us without worry of us going, well, Joe gave me that, won't you go see him? I'm not going to do that, because I don't want to take that. Is the word security, that feeling away? If you tell it, we don't tell who you are.
But the more people who feel comfortable enough saying, hey, I know I can give it to you and my name won't get out and the perpetrators won't know who I am, the more people will feel comfortable to do that. And the more
get some folks arrested,
we can get off the street.
Yeah.
And this is the way you get your community back.
It is, step by step by step. Don't put up with it. Let us know about that. So that was one of the things that went on yesterday throughout the area. And here's part of that live there that we were, and I'll just skim over here and as we'll look at this. It was when I tell you, Odie, it was a bunch of police. It was a ton there, and then they come up and they're counting, adding more of them there. This was on the end of this. That first picture that I put up was right when it happened, but that's what went on yesterday about high noon. Now, let's get to a heartbreaking story that happened yesterday afternoon.
This is
late.
prayer warrior time.
And prayer is needed as of this moment. We go here, and this is the scene. This is 19th Street. This is some 3 to 4, maybe 5 blocks directly behind Anderson's Hospital. A child was accidentally struck by a vehicle yesterday afternoon. The child in critical condition. The ambulance got there within minutes. Scooped up and took the child in, and then we did see the helicopter fly off to take it for more advanced medical care outside of Meridian. That's what we know. This is the latest. They sent us this last night, the statement from MPD. Around 5:30 p.m., officers from Meridian were dispatched to the 1400 block of 19th Street. Upon arrival, officers determined that a young child riding a bicycle had been struck. Assistant Chief Thompson asked the community to have prayer for this. So does the mayor. We really need that. And with this, and let me say this: I know the two ladies that were involved in this were distraught, and you would be too. Keep them in your prayers as well. That is a. There's no way in the world they would have done this, and that's why it's called an accident. We hate it happened. It can't be taken back, and the only thing we can do at this point, Odie, is you've said many times, prayer. So lift them. They need it, and we hope that there is a great outcome to this. We don't know, and That's as much as I can say about that at this point.
Just a sad situation. Just as you're going down the road, if you're driving right now, you don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to kneel. You can go down the road, and we serve a God so good, we can talk to him while we drive.
Sure can.
We don't have to meet a specification. Talk to him and ask him to put his hands on this child, this family, all people who were involved in this, the first responders. That's something that goes really untalked about a lot, and that is our metro, our ambulance, our medics who had to go pick this child up to get them to care, and the aftermath that they deal with too. It's extreme. So please pray for everyone that's involved because everybody needs God's loving hand right now.
And let me say this, when we're live on the scene, this stuff happens, we're very cautious about how we hold the camera to make sure it doesn't show anything. And this doesn't. This just shows in the distance the ambulance on scene getting ready to take the child to the hospital. We wouldn't have shown anything that shouldn't have been shown, and we do our very absolute best not to do something in a time of when emotions are up. And it is an emotional time for everybody.
Oh, it extremely is. And Mark, appreciate that. Yeah, just do a like and subscribe on Facebook, and when Scotty Ray goes live, you'll get that little notification that says, hey, and then you can keep up with all this that's going on. And then when you see something like this, you imagine if we all bound together and prayed at the same time.
It's stout.
The power of prayer, it works.
Now, I was, you ever been somewhere and not noticed something going on? After I left there, I had gone up and I was typing out some notes on my phone, and I looked over and I saw a car, and I didn't pay much attention to it. And next thing you know, there was one police, there's two little police, there's three little police. And next thing you know, there's 7 police cars there. I thought,
what's going on here?
Couldn't help but notice the car still in reverse, still running, backed up on a pole. And the police officer walks up to the car, and there's no movement there. So I got to break out my deer binoculars.
You wanted to see what was going on.
And car still running, and the policeman reaches in, puts the car in park, and turns the key off. And then this would bring about the episode of the rest of the police arriving on scene.
Oh.
And we're going to use the word alleged because we don't know the exact charges that have been officially charged. But as you'll notice there, backed up on that pole there.
So there was more to the story.
Do you know more than I know?
No, I don't.
But one person charged with an alleged DUI. I don't know if it was the word other or anything. And he just wanted to find out what was going on. He came along going, hey, what's up? So he talked to them, wore his favorite jacket.
It was a little nippy outside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
the wind was blowing.
And this is the suspect over here being detained. And as you can see, there was handcuffs being placed there at that point in time. Transporting the car was hauled away. And thankfully, it happened in a parking lot and not on a street to where somebody was injured.
In a vacant parking lot.
Now, I do not know if he was asleep, taking a little nap, or whatever could have been about it. But the car still in reverse, idling up on the pole. Was
not a good deal.
And a big thank you to MPD for stepping forward and doing what they needed to do in that situation there. Yeah. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. That was right in the heart of town. You know, we had a wreck right there the night before, the exact same location there at 8th Street and 29th Avenue.
Yeah, that is 29th Avenue.
6 people were transported to a hospital. 6.
Wow.
Now, it wasn't major, but it banged them up enough to where they all wanted to go get checked out, make sure that they were okay. The things that go thump in the middle of the night, you'd be shocked as to how many things.
Bang, crash.
Yes, they did. I'm going to get Odie to ride with me to do my sound effects.
You know, used to on Batman, they just put the word
up with the little caption above there. Y'all don't rush off. We'll be right back.
Bring on long days, sweltering heat, and acres that just won't end. Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Visit your local dealer or explore an Exmark online for special finance offers available now.
When your windshield cracks, you need someone you can trust. At Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, experience matters. We handle everything from rock chips to full replacements, even power window repair, servicing all vehicle types. Let us keep you safe and back on the road. We are local, proud to serve you with honest, reliable service. Call us today at 601-286-3405. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, certified, trusted, local.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can.
Welcome. We got to talk about Gus for a moment. Gus has been getting his nap. He's ready for today because today is the day at Wilson Saw. They're getting ready for their customer appreciation sale. If you hadn't been buying a few, it's always so much fun to get there. But Gus is full-blown ready at this.
And he's going to be there, and he's going to greet you. And he's having just as good a time as anybody else.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be savings throughout the store today. We hope you'll make it down for everything that goes on. It will be loads and loads of fun as you make your way there. And here's the banner about all that. Their open house happens today. Their discounts throughout the store. Go by and see what it is. We go every year.
Well, I mean, if you want to go outside and weed eat around the house and you want a weed eater that you can just grab hold of the string, pull it, and it cranks up within a couple of pulls.
That's called steel.
That's called steel. And they sell that. And if you come up to where that thing won't crank up, you can take it down there. And Clark's going to say, boom, put a magic touch on it, and you're going to crank it up.
Truthfully, and I'm being as honest as I can with my hand on this. I don't have a Bible in front of me, but I got this wood plate here. Before I started using steel, you end up buying another brand about once a year because that's all they're going to last.
Yeah.
Steel will be around and around. It's like your wife. Can't get rid of it.
That's right.
If when you buy one, you better be glad. You better be sure what you're getting because it's with you from now on.
Yeah, because you don't have to replace it. You might want to, but you ain't got to.
Oh, it'll be there for you there.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that has happened, and stuff like this gets under my skin, so I haven't written an article on it yet, but we know that it's happened. There's a situation that happened in Clark County of a puppy dog. We've had an arrest of someone who starved a dog to death. More charges most likely happening. I've seen the pictures of the pup. It was the most awful thing that I've seen in quite some time, Odie. It breaks your heart. The police got there, made an arrest. The dog was rushed to a vet. It made it for I think a day or so, and then succumbed to it. It had been basically chained with no food, no water, and it didn't make it. And that breaks my heart. I mean, breaks my heart. And the community is beyond. It's like what you saw on the water boy, where everybody shows up with the pitchforks and the flames. They're upset, and rightly so. You don't do that.
Well, he needs to find out how it felt.
Yeah, it's awful. I can't bear to look at stuff like that. The older I get, the more compassionate I am for and when I say things, I mean pets and elderly that can't protect themselves. I feel I'm very compelled in heartbreak over this, and it makes me angry. I'll say that, and I think there's a lot of people that agree with that statement of the older you get, the more nonsense it is in your life.
Well, I mean, you
Nip
went and
it
said,
in the bud.
You said, I want that dog.
Yes, sir.
Or if that dog walked up to your house, you said, I'll keep that dog, and that meant you will take care of that
That's
dog.
correct.
And you just have a responsibility to make sure that dog's watered, fed, sheltered, and took care of.
That's right.
And
when you get married, it means you got to give your credit card up. So just know those two things there.
Man, Austin just threw you under the bus, run you over with the back wheels, and then backed up over you again. He said, you don't do yard work. Angie gets out there with the
She does. But
you did make sure it cranked.
I supply her with tools at work, y'all. I even, after she started complaining about the gas operating, went and got her a battery operated one down there.
So she can pump her own gas.
She can. No. I'm talking about her steel weed eater. She's got an electric one now, too.
Oh.
She can pull or just hit the button. And I bought her 2 batteries so she wouldn't run out. Now that's love. Not
So
everybody
she can
would do
have
that.
one charging while she's still using the other one.
Correct.
No sense in taking a break.
Well, no, a lot of folks would just bought one and she'd have had to stop. Don't do that. Go ahead and get two. We got a big ditch. I don't know if you noticed out there. It just goes quarter mile or so down through there. She just
Once you get in the mood, there's no sense in stopping.
never, ever, ever. I even bought her one of those nice blowers they got down there at Wilson. It's got 2 batteries also.
So you.
She didn't even want a gas in that one. It's well worth it there. Keep your wife busy. Go visit them today at Wilson. And my wife loves this stuff, y'all. She does.
Oh, well, I mean, you got them chickens roaming around. You got to keep the yard cut.
And they've had Charlie in training down there. He's been back there in the back at Clark's desk learning how to operate on things. One day he's going to be a certified mechanic.
He's working on it. It's going to take him a little while.
And Greg joked about this, but it's the truth. I've been with him when he took something to have that needed a little adjustment. And before he could get home, hey, you need to come back and pick this up. We got a lot of people in. You need to come on back down here and get it, Greg.
Yeah.
They fix things quick.
It's done. It's through.
And I'll say that about our advertisers. We have a lot of good folks. And to be an advertiser on here, we've dealt with you in some shape, form, or way, and they're good folks.
It's not just anybody and everybody.
That's right.
It's you. We've got to look at you. We've got to. You got to make some criteria before we say, "Hey, go see them."
Because it's your money, and folks, that's important to us. It's hard. Whether you're working for it, it's your retirement money. You only got so much, and you got to be protected there.
You got to have money to go get a quarter pounder, don't you?
These folks were so nice last night. Angie, I'm not saying she wouldn't cook, but I'm just saying she wasn't nowhere around when it comes supper time, and I had to do something. So I rolled up on Mickey D's last night in North Hills, and they gave me one of the greatest quarter pounder cheeses I've had in a long time.
They are good.
I'm telling you, you can't beat it. So I just want to say thank you. I'm not running my wife down or anything. Not saying she was at a ball game when she should have been home. Just saying.
So she wasn't at the house to cook.
That's right. I'm just pointing things out. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them, Parker's Wholesale.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is Thursday morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. We should see 75 before it's all said and done today. Perfect weather, which reminds us with every, what is it by April? April you have to send a check to a lot of people, and homestead exemption is getting important. If you haven't had a chance to go down, do so today, because the deadline is coming up. April 1st is the deadline on this, and you got to pay Uncle Sam by April 15th. Is that right?
Yep, April 15th. But this homestead, go down there and fill it out with your age. You may get a discount, but make sure that you apply and get this homestead exemption, because it can save you some money.
Yes, sir. Check it out. First 75,000. Go by and see it. They'll explain all the details there is with that. I don't want to tell you wrong. Let them do it. They do it every day. They know a whole lot more than us. Did you see the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, I heard the Easter Bunny was hopping right on through.
There he is. He's down at the co-op. If you look up there on top of the tower there, next to the flag, there he is. The Easter Bunny has arrived.
He's looking at you.
Easter is so close, y'all.
Yes.
That is right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple weeks away.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Sunday be 2 weeks, won't it?
It is. I had a chance to go out to West Lauderdale yesterday. I saw your friend, the garbologist.
There you Oscar one.
Oscar one was busy there, and we got some kids here. I've got it. Let me back up here and show it. They were working hard along West Lauderdale Road, and I think I got some pictures here also of the kids that was picking up trash, helping out. And a big thank you to everybody who done this. They got involved with Meridian Waste, and they picked up trash all the way from West Lauderdale High School to the full-way stop on Highway 19.
Close to 150 students got out there and helped pick up trash all the way down. Beautiful thing that
Saw
was done.
Rush down there. He was all over it too.
Daniel has worked so hard with code enforcement to keep our area clean and the trash picked up. And
here's let me
illegal dump sites.
Right there, Daniel in the black jacket.
That's
you can't
him.
miss him there. If you see him there, tell him a howdy. And they did do a great job. And they're going to feed the kids today. Meridian Waste is for helping out, and that's good. Yeah. And it teaches you a lot about how the system works and doing something good for your community. Maybe it'll make somebody think twice next time they chunk something out a window.
That's right.
Because if you have to pick something up, it'll remind you.
That's right.
Yeah. Just remember having to walk down that and have to pick it up.
That's a long way from West Lauderdale to there. I promise you there. The Debs are doing a fundraiser. Let's not forget about them. Egg My Yard fundraiser.
Oh, I didn't think it was a good thing to do.
25, 45, and 60. And what that basically is they come out and they set up your eggs for Easter egg hunt. It's a little different there. Kind of like the insurance. If you get rolled, you have somebody come clean it up, but they'll take care
I'm
of it.
at the age now I can hide my own eggs.
Never find them. There is a point in time that will happen to you. We're here to tell you that is true reality. And let's not forget about our friends what's coming up in Long Creek. They're getting there. They're cleaning off tables, getting ready for some pancakes. It'll happen Saturday morning, beginning at what time?
7 o'clock. All the way to 11. Go down there, walk in, and they will get you some pancakes and some coffee and some sausage. Take good care of you.
He's a pretty good cook. I know.
Yes, he is.
I didn't get a lot out of him the other morning about his cooking techniques, but
he wasn't going to spill the beans.
No, he's good at it.
But that gives you enough energy to get going so you can go down to the extravaganza, do all your Easter shopping there.
Yeah.
Then you can go out to
Martin Day. Because we're going to have the car show, all that going on. That's always fun.
Yeah. A lot of people down there. And that chicken.
And this year, this is what we got to tell you about this year. Last year, if y'all remember, there was a flood of bad weather this same day last year. It's going to be beautiful this year. So chicken. The chicken's famous. It'll be good.
Chicken is good. They've got all kind of stuff that they're doing down there. And then you can go down there on Highway 39 at 11 o'clock. Stop in there real quick on your way to Martin and get you some fish there at the home port, the Naval Fleet Reserve there on Highway 39.
Between the two of us, we're going to get it right in a minute.
Yeah. We'll get. It says home port. I had to look up where that was and get you some fish.
Yeah. Come on, visit. We want to say congratulations. They won both of their games yesterday. East Central Community College, the girls are having a great season.
I tell you what, they got an awesome coach.
Yeah, I heard about that girl named Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, old Lee White. Harold's owner.
Yep. Passed on the torch of Harold taking care of things out there. He's grazing somewhere right now. We done a drive-by of Harold, and he was in the back pasture last week. Had some cows he was tending business to. Had them hemmed up in a corner down there.
Making sure that everybody's taken care of. He's making sure that they all stay together, protects them. That's what he does.
That's right.
He still likes honey buns. If you're out that way, take him a honey bun.
Do you remember the deputy that we brought up from Hinds County that was bumped in a car incident at school? He's okay.
Good deal.
They did release the video of it. If you've seen that, he hits the ground and he comes back, but he's been released. Everything is fine. Wow. That's a miracle, and we're glad that we can pass that along to everybody. Also, we'll leave that one right there. I have yet to understand how someone can go in your home and squat, and you have to pay for the house, and they live there for free. Now, I call them freeloaders, is what that's called. And it's expanding, Odie. Florida has their first case of this, to where you go to the hospital and they go, well, you can leave home, you can leave here at noon. And the patient, no, I'm not going anywhere. He has been there 5 months so far and will not leave. How do you evict somebody out? Apparently,
you
he
go
ain't got
grab him by the ear and twist that dude as you yank him down the hallway.
But imagine this, because we've all gotten those nastygrams after you leave the hospital. And what I mean by nastygram is that atrocious bill that's 28 pages long. Can you imagine the bill? Because they can charge him because he won't leave.
He don't care. He ain't got a job. He don't work. He ain't got no money. What does he care?
But I have just never heard of anybody not wanting to leave the hospital and just take it up homestead.
Well, he probably lives outside, and somebody come and took his little bed made under the tree.
Tallahassee is where that's going on. So just food for thought there. Might want to speed up your release time there. You know how it is when you go to the hospital. We're going to let you out at 1. It's 8 before you get out that night.
Yeah. Boy. Terry says, who's paying the hospital bill? Everybody else that's in that hospital.
That's correct.
That's who's paying, because their bill just went up.
Woo. Coming up, we got some birthdays and great things like that. Don't rush off.
Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Sicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. And Troy Smith's been up for about 2 hours now. His wife has to get up and get his tie on him. Y'all don't know the struggles that man goes through.
Well,
to
it's
get to
already
Jackson.
done. He just stretches
He's trying
it out,
to get it
pulls
ready.
over. Yeah.
He's going down to Clarko. He's got to do the speaking this morning for the grand opening ceremony. I hope y'all come down. This will kick off right now. It's getting ready to go. And we'll run through about 11 o'clock there. He's the keynote speaker. It will be at Pavilion 2. And they've done a lot at Clarko here lately. Upgraded things.
Go see T-Roy and see what he's going to have to say.
Hope you can make it out for all that stuff there. And as we mentioned, this is coming up Saturday, the Spring Extravagant Gift Show. She was here with us yesterday to tell us more about that. And y'all had some more points that y'all wanted to bring up on donor giving.
Yeah, so you brought up we're going to do the golly, my mind went blank.
The donor remembrance.
Remembrance,
or honoring our donors. Yes, and that's going to be on Saturday, April the 11th at 7 p.m. We'll do a candlelight illumination right at dusk to honor our donors, because we feel like we need to. Again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those donors.
And it's going to be at College Park Methodist Church.
Yeah. So BYOC event.
Bring your own candle.
Bring your own candle.
Y'all got that. That's Christmas music, Odie.
What? Somebody, I know who did it. Never mind. That makes sense now.
Christmas?
No, why every alarm I got's going off.
I have no idea.
I hung around somebody last night, and I left my phone.
Was it Clayton?
Clayton has a tendency to be that
How
type.
did you know?
Clayton, y'all just don't know, the former coroner of Lauderdale County, how tricky this man is.
He loves to have fun.
Clayton, you got me, brother. And I'm sitting here going, what is going in here and turn this on?
Oh, you have to ask, how did he get the PIN code to get in your phone is the question.
I believe there was probably somebody that was beside him at the time that probably opened it up for him.
Well, wasn't she upset because it was dinging all night?
Yeah, she didn't think about that, did she?
He is the most corrupt person that I know in Lauderdale County if he's sitting next to you.
Oh, he's sitting there rolling on the floor laughing now.
Him in his Tabasco sauce shirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
But at least he ain't dead.
We had our hockey
that's
club
two
last
people
night.
that we know. Jeff Lewis also joined the Scotty Ray Your Dead Club along with Clayton, who was pronounced deceased. I did a story sometime back on Clayton to where he pronounced somebody deceased and it was misread and put that he was dead.
And it went full circle on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's alive and well, still bothering people. So is Jeff Lewis. Jeff is doing fine.
Yeah. Doing good.
So you had your club last night and you hung out with him.
Yeah, so we had our hockey club. We meet once a week. And so, yeah, that was... Now that makes sense. Took me a little while to get it. But I'm sitting here
that
going,
man's
wait
slick.
a minute. Yes, he is. He is something. When I told about... We had, I asked you about a support group, and you're hoping that after this remembrance comes up that you'll get a support group started back for those who have had a transplant or those who are almost in the time to have to receive one. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, and for people who might have questions, as Donna mentioned, it's a journey. And it's just helpful to know what to expect maybe, or you have questions of things that may come up.
Little bumps in the road that you want to know, has somebody experienced this and what happened and what did they do? You know, we are so blessed to have wonderful, dedicated doctors that usually if there's something goes wrong, they can fix it. You know, not you know, but
have somebody that you can ask that been there, done that question.
Yeah. You know,
It just helps to have someone to talk to, if nothing else, who's experienced or going through what you're going through. Maybe.
Yeah. Or,
All right.
or
Good
thinking
deal.
about doing it. You know, it's you know. You
And
don't
how
know
to sign up, and you can make
Yes.
sure they get signed
Yes.
up down there as
You
well.
know.
And so good deal.
Like-
And talk to your family. You said that was key.
talk to your family, because I had to go to 3 different centers before I got my transplant. You know, definitely have to be an advocate for yourself, and keep a good diary of everything that goes along with you, even down to when you had shots, because you're going to be asked. You know,
Wow.
it's just different procedures you've had done. You know, you get asked that in the hospital all the time.
Yeah.
You know, when did you have your tonsils out? Well, you were 6 years old. You know, and you have to go back.
Still got mine.
I still got mine.
So,
I ain't one part with them either.
so
Yeah.
you know, just little things to do to help you.
That's good. So April 11th, going to be there at the church, Highway 19.
At College
down to,
Park.
College Park Methodist Church.
Right.
And be a great time to come together.
All right, I got a couple of birthdays that I didn't get over to your list there. I don't know if you can
let's
read
see.
my handwriting there that was called in the-
Russell
Reed.
Reed. Oh!
Used to be Mr. Borden in Meridian. Russell Reed ran that company.
Randy Dively.
Yeah, he's having a
Got
birthday
one.
too.
Here we go. Marshall Winston's got his 73rd birthday.
That's a good one.
today. That's a good one. Steve and Stacy Parker celebrating their 15th anniversary.
Oh, wait a minute,
And,
remind them they still got a
uh-oh.
life to go.
Yeah, you ain't there yet. 5 more years and you'd have been out. Terry Adling, 51 years young today.
All
I
righty.
can say young now.
Yeah, you can. You've crossed that line there.
Yeah.
We're coming up at the top of the hour. Don't forget that. Lots going on today. Don't forget to come by and visit with us at Wilson Saw later today as their customer appreciation sale is going on. We'll be there and enjoying it with Gus. He's such a friendly fellow.
Just pet him. He's a good
Yeah, he's a big old boy, but he sure likes to be petted there.
Yep.
All
He's a
right.
good old guy.
Have you got a departing
Well,
scripture
let's see.
for us?
All right, this thing just opened up and sent me to Psalms 23, verse 6. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know, that's one thing. We can't just act good. We've got to live the way God intended us to live. And He gave us that instruction book. You don't have to read it all at once. Start at any spot you want to. Just read something every single day until you get that Bible read. And then have a good church family that you can have a preacher that can tell you exactly what's in that book and lead you on your journey with God, where you invite Jesus Christ into your heart and forgive you of your sins, so later you can live in the kingdom of God, because Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven.
You really don't want to check into that other place. I just want y'all to know about that. Nope. We need to all go and be with the rest of our family that has gone before us. They'll be there waiting. Y'all have a wonderful day. Friday be here tomorrow. We'll have a whole gang. The whole gang? We got a special guest coming.
Somebody taking a day off.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you then. We love y'all.